We are in the most gorgeous home. This home was a renovation project for a client, and I am excited because today we finally get to show you what we've been working on for the last 3 months. The scope of work was mainly transforming this space to a whole new home, electrical works, paint works, new ceilings, all that. So it's a beautiful oven that I can't wait to show you guys. This living room is heavenly, and one of the most impactful things we had to do was to change the layout. So initially, the TV was on this wall and the furniture was arranged around it, and that made the room feel unbalanced. So what we decided to do was to move the TV from that wall and bring it to this side, and this allowed us to even have a fireplace, which I feel like it's bringing in a bit of coziness, a little bit of, more cozy vibes. So I like how it has turned out, and I feel like this layout allows for flow of traffic and it makes the space feel more functional and aesthetic. Our vision for this home was to create a neutral, warm palette for the space. Our clients have lived in color for so long, so we wanted to be able to bring in that YK home touch, and mainly we specialize with more neutral palettes. So what you'll notice is neutral fabrics on the couches, on the curtains, and then we added a little bit of warmth with the furniture, including the coffee table and the side stools, and I feel like that creates balance in the design. And talking of furniture, all the pieces that you see in this living room are actually custom made by YK Homes, so we'll be waiting for you just in case you need some nice pieces for your home. YK Homes look is never complete without a good Persian carpet. So you see we've gone with a very beautiful, colorful carpet. I like adding a pop of color through the carpets, and mainly I will go for like a low pile carpet because that allows you to see the patterns, the print, the colors, and this was a good starting point for us because we're able to pull all the colors that you see on the carpet and introduce that on the pillows. Through the striped pillows you see a bit of warmth here and there, and I think this kind of brings the space all together. We had this dead space behind the sofa, and we decided to style it into a beautiful entryway moment for our clients. So we went in with a beautiful console and a mirror, and I love the fluted design on the console. I feel like it's very, very eye-catching, but also we took it a top notch higher by just accessorizing the space with nice pieces. One of my favorite purchases for this console is actually the lamp from Furniture Palace. I feel like it's making the space very warm and cozy and very inviting. So I love how the whole setup is. It's quite aesthetic and still very much functional for our clients. As you walk into the dining room, you'll notice the gorgeous arches. So originally, the house came with wooden mahogany arches. There was a little bit of an issue with the craftsmanship. So there was a lot of cracks, there was a lot of bumps. So what we decided to do is to sand them down to kind of just soften it. And then we spray painted the arches a beautiful warm gray color. And I feel like that has softened up the look a little bit, because now what stands out is the floor and the dining table that you just see behind me. So if I can just walk you through this space, we worked with a 6-seater dining set. This is mahogany, which is very, very nice, and I like the stain that we went with. Again, this is a custom piece by YK Homes. So we have 6 chairs and we added 3 bar stools into the space. So we went with low back bar stool so that we can be able to have a break in the height, which means your eyes are not seeing like 8 to 9 chairs. And I think it's giving a clean look and a more balanced look in the space. When we began, I mentioned this was actually a renovation project. So there's a few things that we had to do before getting to this point, or rather getting to this aesthetic point. So like the dining area, one of the walls, we had to cut it to be able to create a bar area for our clients. And I love how that turned out. There's also a lot of decisions we had to do in terms of the ceilings. So one of the requests that our client had was to introduce gypsum designs on the ceilings. So we went with a very unique, timeless design that I love, and I like that there's symmetry from the living room to the dining, and it's not so bulky. I love that it's clean, and it's also making the space feel very warm and quite inviting. We are now in the guest bedroom, and when you look at the before for this room, it had a bulky bed. So what we decided to do was painted the walls white to be able to have that clean aesthetic. So again, we wanted the room to be very functional, and you'll notice we've gone with 2 beds unlike the before, and this gives them more space for their guests. The color palette for this room was very neutral, but again, something that was easy for our clients to maintain. So we went with the black beds, and I love how they turned out. Again, these are custom made by YK Homes, and layered them with this beautiful print bedding that I feel like it's giving a little bit of interest in the space. And to close it off, we went with this gorgeous artwork on the wall. I feel like it's very calming for the guests. So I love this space. It's clean, it's simple, and I think it's an easy palette for our clients to maintain. So before I take you to the other 2 bedrooms, we have this staircase, and there's a few things that we did to kind of just make it flow with the rest of the space. You'll notice that we've done some frames on the wall, and this is going to be a good starting point for our client to be able to display their family photos, so they can do more frames in the future. And I think right now it has given them a good starting point for that. And now I'll take you guys to one of the girls' bedrooms. So for this girl's bedroom, we worked with a warm, modern, organic style. And the first thing that we did was changing the design of the ceiling. The initial one was very bulky for this room. So our choice of design here was something a little bit more modern. So you'll see we've avoided putting a cornice around the ceiling. And I think it's giving a very clean aesthetic. And then we painted the walls white to just like kill all the color that was in the room. She wanted something very different and very neutral. So even the bed, we did a white custom bed, and this piece is custom made to fit this room. We custom made this at the workshop, and we wanted to be able to have the bed allow us to have one bedside table and at least room for a vanity desk. And also I love how the browns kind of help break all the whites that we have in this room. And like I mentioned, the color palette was very neutral and warm. So you'll notice a little bit of blacks also with the artwork, a little bit of browns with the other furniture, and also the carpet. And I think everything comes together so nicely. For this second girl's bedroom, it's uniquely designed, and actually it happens to be my favorite bedroom in this entire home. I love it so much. But before I talk about the star of the show, which is the bed, let me first take you through day one. The before was again very colorful. The design was not aesthetic, so we changed the design of the ceiling and went again with the clean minimalist design that you see, and painted the walls white so that we could be able to have that starting point for everything else we brought into the space. So the bedroom has this gorgeous bed. The reason we went with this bed again, it's because the rooms are, or rather this room is quite small. So we wanted to be able to design furniture that would stand out in this space. I love this bed so much. I feel like it's bringing in a lot of visual interest. And also we wanted wood that would be able to give us this clean look. Looking at this bed, I'm admiring it so much, and I think the guys did an amazing job. So again, we custom made it to be able to fit the size of this room and to be able to have room for a small bedside table. So again, you notice we've gone with a fancy shape on this bedside table, and it fits so beautifully. And I think this bed is giving a good starting point for everything else, and we didn't want to take away from the fluted design. So you see the bedding is very plain. We didn't do a lot of color, we didn't do a lot of print, and I feel like when you enter this space, it's the first thing you notice and the only thing that you notice in the space. And now I'm taking you to the last space, or rather the last room, which is the home office. So we had this small room and we thought of transforming it into a beautiful functional office for our clients. So we did this gorgeous long table and just some beautiful art prints at the back. So you notice the art prints we've picked, they're not just aesthetic, but also they have Bible verses to allow this room to be able to function as an office and also a prayer room. So the space was small, but we also wanted it to be very functional. So at this corner, we went with this gorgeous custom shelf that has like the rattan detail at the back, and this is going to be a good place for them to display their books and Bibles and all that. So we haven't crowded it up with decor at the moment, and I think this will be a good storage space for them. There's a bench over here to just kind of kill the dead weird space, and I love how we have accessorized it. This being a small room, the idea was to mainly have aesthetic designs through the furniture, the prints that we pick for the artwork, and also like the light fixture that you see in this room. It was amazing doing this home tour for you guys, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. So leave us a comment, let us know which is your favorite room.
I don't really need new friends, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone who can play though, wanna hang with me. I'm not really looking for a friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone not afraid to give it up to me. Get next to me, get next to me.
No way.
Welcome home.
No way.
Can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yes, I know.